Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Ollie43 and in this video today I'm going to be talking about the top 10 things you need to know about GTA 5 Heist before they come out on the 10th of March. There's like a million, literally a million YouTubers making a million different videos on all the different things. And as someone that came to the news late and was like trying to find out what was going on, I was just like, it's either reading through a really long article that's like 3 pages long, or I've got to watch like 6 different videos, and I found it really frustrating, so I decided to make a video which is all about the top 10 major points after reading the articles, after watching millions of videos that, to be honest, are like too short to be one single video. I decided to make one kind of concise, informational top 10. People like top 10s, it's easy, it's useful. So yeah, this is the top 10 things about GTA 5 Heist you need to know before the 10th. If you enjoy this video, be sure to give it a like so other people can see it and they can filter all the rubbish on YouTube, which there is much. And yeah, without further ado, here we go. Okay, so number 1, GTA 5 Heist. To start a GTA 5 Heist, you need to be level 12. That means like to host a game, host a mission. I'm sure you guys are familiar with that. If you want to host it, you have to be level 12, which I'm imagining most of you are. If you're not level 12, you can join someone else's. There's actually no level cap, which is really cool of Rockstar. Personally, I thought Rockstar were going to cap it at level 100, because there's a lot of money to be made in these heist missions, but actually, you can be level 1 and start doing GTA 5 Heist, so that's really, really cool. That is something that, 1, people are getting wrong on YouTube, and 2, is something I was worried about. So that's my first point. That's number 1 or 10, whichever way around we're going to do this. Number 2 is that it does actually cost you money to play these heists. Think of it as like an investment. You have to put up the money to play these. Now, a lot of people complain about this. They're like, oh no, like I've got to pay to play a game? It's stupid. I've got to, like, you can either pay real world cash, which I don't recommend, or you can just play a couple of game modes, and that shouldn't take too long. It's not a huge investment. I think they quoted it at like 57,000 for the Humane Labs heist, which is the one a lot of people played. So that's not too bad at all. Number 3 is fairly obvious, but it's actually pretty difficult to be a criminal mastermind. So Rockstar actually putting a lot of emphasis on the fact you need to be able to communicate with the 4 players, which you need to have. Here's a bonus. Number 11. You have to have 4 players to do heists. You can't do 2, you can't do like 1, it has to be 4. And it's actually pretty hard, so I would recommend having friends that with microphones, or finding people on forums and that sort of thing. Even the YouTube comments. If you're looking for people to play with, put your platform and your username, and you know, that's a pretty cool idea actually. Use the comment section of this video to find people to play with if you want. I'm not asking you to, if you want to do that, that's cool. But yeah, it's pretty difficult, so team up with people that you think are good players. Number 4 on the list is actually pretty cool, and one I didn't think or expect, but it's actually fairly useful. Each mission has like objective checkpoints, so if you have to go to A to B and then shoot a guy and then go from, you know, C to D, for example, if you get to A to B and you die, you don't have to do A to B again. You can start at B, and that's pretty cool. So there's like checkpoints throughout the missions. It means like if you get to the very end of the kind of heist mission, you don't have to go right back to the start, which I thought was pretty cool. Number 5 is kind of related to number 4, and that is, despite having checkpoints, which is really awesome, there are actually lives. So you can't just do it for the end of time, you can't just keep retrying. You actually have a certain amount of lives, and actually it's unlike missions where you get to like 0 lives and then if you die, then you fail. If you get to 0 lives, that's when you fail. Like, as soon as somebody dies on the last life, that's it. Game over. Number 6 is pretty self-explanatory, and you guys probably already knew this, but it was something that was fairly key. Each player is designated a certain job. So at certain missions, you'll be designated a job, and you'll start off in a certain position, and your job would be to do one specific thing. Unlike the campaign, where you do like all the awesome stuff, sometimes you'll be doing some boring stuff and then some good stuff, depending on how the heist leader depends what you do. So that's pretty cool. Next up is all about game time. So each heist, which there is 5 of to start with, is going to be about 3 hours worth of gameplay. There are certain articles that are saying it's 2, some are saying 4, So, you know, depending on your mileage may vary, depending on how you play, whether you're good or you're rubbish. We'll say about 3 hours per heist, which is a lot of free content, which is always pretty cool. Next up is all about the players you're playing with. So here's a scenario for you. You've done like maybe an hour and a half worth of gameplay, and suddenly your friend goes, yo, I need to do something else. And you're like, no, we were so close to the end. Why? Well, now you can actually invite somebody else and they can, like, replace that person. This is from IGN. This is kind of unexpected. I was thinking that you'd have to stick with the same 4 people. But judging by a lot of articles, correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, because I'm about 90% on this. You don't have to complete every single mission with the same 4 people, which is wonderful. Obviously, the host does, and the host is important. But they allow you to switch people out, which is fantastic. I think that's brilliant. So that's pretty cool, that one. So next up is all about real estate. Believe it or not, you actually need to make sure you have a high-end apartment. So despite the requirements seeming, oh, you only need to be level 12 to host, not only do you need to be level 12 to host, you need to, like, make sure you have a high-end apartment, which is a fairly expensive endeavor. But if you're quite the veteran, I'm sure you've already got one. But yeah, just a heads up on this one. Didn't really know that, but it's good to know. So unfortunately, last but not least, my friends, if you go all the way through 5 heists with the same 4 people without dying a single time, wouldn't want to be the guy who dies on the last mission. You get 10 million GTA dollars, which is ridiculous, and is really, really awesome. I think that would just be totally amazing to get that, and I don't know who the 4 people would be, but if we could do the special Easter egg complete all the way through without dying once, that would just be incredible. So yeah, that's your top 10. If you found this top 10 useful and you thought it was better than any other heist video you've seen today, be sure to drop a like. If you thought it was rubbish, you can dislike. I won't be offended. I may cry a little, but I think I'll be okay. But my name's Ollie43. Thank you for watching. If you want to see a written version of what I've been talking about today, you can check out my website. If you want to see more videos, you can check out my YouTube channel. And yeah, that's all, folks. So I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.